Did you know there are now more than 3,000 computer science papers published on arXiv every week? Imagine you had a tool that could not only help you catch up on important new papers, but that could answer questions and help you learn about any computer science research topic. My name is Matt Mazer, and I'm the founder of Emergent Mind, a new AI research assistant for scientists, engineers, and researchers that can help with all of this and more. Let me show you how it works. Let's begin by searching for a topic that you're probably already familiar with, like attention, though this will work for any computer science topic that you can think of. As you're typing to help you out, Emergent Mind finds highly cited papers that include this term, as well as topics. Let's go ahead and click on attention. Emergent Mind will now research attention and generate an article to help you learn more about it. It begins with a high-level overview of what attention is, and then using a combination of highly cited papers as well as newer papers that haven't been cited yet but have been heavily discussed on social media, it's going to go into more depth, highlighting key contributions from those papers. For example, here we can see the famous Attention is All You Need paper from 2017. And depending on what you search for, this might even include papers that were published today because Emergent Mind is always up to date with the latest research on arXiv. Below the article, we can find a list of papers that were referenced while generating it, as well as a list of related papers in case you want to explore more. And if you have any questions while reading this article, you can ask that question here or click on one of these auto-generated ones to learn more. Emergent Mind will now research that question and answer it in the context of this article. And one of the unique things about Emergent Mind is that it's generating these pages on the fly as you're browsing the site. So you can ask questions here, and if somebody else searches for attention, they won't see your questions because they're viewing their own version of this page that's generated just for them. Also, to encourage exploration, we identify technical topics in these articles, and you can click on any of those topics to generate a new article to help you learn about it. Also, anytime a paper is mentioned, you can click on the reference for that paper to generate an article about a specific paper. For example, we could click on the reference for Attention is All You Need here, and Emergent Mind will generate an article about Attention is All You Need to help you learn more about it. It begins with a preview of the PDF, and then a high-level overview of the paper, and then a more detailed summary that's generated based on the LaTeX for the paper if it's available, or the PDF if it's not. Below the summary, you can find a button to view that paper on arXiv. You can also view a list of related papers. And because this is a paper, we also have a few additional sections. We're in the process of building a detailed knowledge graph for every single computer science paper on arXiv. And what that means is that we're figuring out what YouTube videos mention each paper, what Hacker News posts, what Reddit posts, what tweets, what official GitHub repositories. And we're surfacing all of those resources on these pages so that you can learn more if you're interested. And because this is an article about a paper, we also have this list of authors. And you can click on any of these authors' names to learn more about that specific author. For example, if I click Noam Shazir here, Emergent Mind will generate an article about him and his contributions on arXiv. So far we've looked at an example topic, paper, and author, but I want to emphasize that Emergent Mind supports a wide variety of queries. For example, you can ask questions like, what's the difference between DPO and PPO, or just DPO versus PPO for short. You can ask questions like, how is AI used in agriculture or your particular industry? You can ask questions that require code, and Emergent Mind will render that code properly. You can request a specific format, like summarize a paper in 3 bullet points, and Emergent Mind will adhere to that guidance. You can ask questions in other languages, and Emergent Mind will respond in that language. You can also include time frames, so you can search for RAG papers in the last 2 weeks, and then instead of generating a high-level overview of what RAG is, it will find only papers published in the last 2 weeks about RAG and generate an article using those. So you can use this to catch up on the latest research on any topic in any time frame. And if you are interested in following trending papers, we also have this trending papers page that surfaces papers that are being heavily discussed on social media. It defaults to the last 7 days, but you can easily choose last 30 days or even this entire year to see what papers have been most discussed. And you can click on any of these papers to generate an article to learn more about it. And if you prefer to stay informed about trending papers over email, you can also subscribe to our free newsletter and get informed either daily or weekly, depending on how often you want to receive emails. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out this site, head to emergentmind.com. And if you have any feedback, please send it my way on Twitter at MHMAZUR or at matt@emergentmind.com. Thanks so much.